So if you've been following this whole Prophet Shepherd Bushiri saga, if you've been following it, you might have heard yesterday when the Minister of Information from Malawi, or the Malawian Minister of Information, as he was speaking, he said something that is quite interesting. He said, we are not going to be using common sense in dealing with this issue. We are going to be using the law. So he explained that we are not going to be using common sense. You know, obviously, when you're talking about common sense, you're also talking about how some people will think and how some people are feeling. Because, you know, the issue of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, you know, this one has got a lot of issues that are involved. It comes back to the issue of religion, you know, what people believe and what people think. Some people believe that Prophet Shepherd Bushiri is not a man of God, while some others believe that he is a man of God. So that only is something that I believe is also playing a part, because I've been seeing even in the media, some are talking about Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and they're addressing him as Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, and some are saying self-proclaimed prophet, and some are actually putting prophet in quote. They're saying Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. So it's quite interesting. With all that being said, the news that just came right now is that the Malawian court has ordered the immediate release of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife. They have been released with immediate effect. And some of the arguments that I've been hearing that might have been coming from the court are also that the arrest was actually illegal. The arrest that was done yesterday, even though they actually handed themselves over to the police. But some of the issues that are coming are that the arrest was actually illegal, since the warrant of arrest wasn't channeled through the Ministry of Homeland Security. Those are some of the things that I've been getting as I was trying to understand how and why is it that he was released, and why is it that the arrest is said to be illegal. So what they are saying is that it was illegal and it wasn't channeled through maybe the right way, you know, through the Ministry of Homeland Security. So there's also been some questions on whether the warrant of arrest was actually issued. You know, when it comes to the Interpol issue, South Africa, the South African authorities and all these people, there's been some questions whether the warrant of arrest was actually issued out, and also if it was received by the Malawian authorities. Maybe that's why there've been some of these issues where the courts are saying it was actually an illegal arrest, the arrest that was done to Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. So I've been also hearing that the South Africa Justice Minister has been saying that they've activated Interpol Red Alert, and they've also issued out the warrant of arrest. I don't know if it has been issued out today, or it was already issued out, or if there is something that is being done so that they can issue out the warrant of arrest the right way, or the way that it is supposed to be put. So some of the arguments that were coming, you know, I've been hearing someone was asking what were the arguments that are being given by the prosecutor. Some of the arguments are that Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife are at flight risk, since they had already contravened other bail conditions, obviously from South Africa. In South Africa, they were given bail, 200,000 rand bail each, and then they contravened the conditions of the bail, and then they had to go to South Africa. They had to go to Malawi. Obviously, it's now another issue where the minister, I think the Minister of Home Affairs in South Africa, he has to, or some of the authorities in South Africa have to explain how is it that Prophet Shepherd Bushiri managed to get out of South Africa. So one of the interesting things that I'm seeing also on this one is that the couple, I've been hearing, I'm not sure if this is true, but I've been hearing that the couple, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and Prophetess Mary Bushiri, it is being said that they are under diplomatic status in Malawi. You know, I've been hearing that they are under diplomatic status in Malawi. So there's been some issues where people are saying there's a section in the constitution which states that the only way they can be extradited is if they have committed treason or murder. That is when they can be extradited, which means it might be very, very difficult for them to be taken back to South Africa. And also one of the reasons could also be one of the reasons that they were given this bail, or the reasons that they were released, might be the fact that there wasn't the correct documentation that was channeled through the Malawian authorities in order to follow the correct processes. The diplomatic documentation and the diplomatic status in Malawi, might have come into play and might have also been one of their advantages, and might have played a very big role in letting them come out. So I've been seeing some of the comments in some of the videos that I've been seeing someone saying that that could have been his plan maybe all along, because he might have known that if he goes to Malawi, if he manages to get to Malawi, when he gets into Malawi, what will happen is he's going to hand over himself to the police, and then he gets arrested. When he gets arrested, he will then use this issue of diplomatic and all these issues, all these advantages that he might be having for himself in Malawi, and then he will apply for bail, and then he will be released. And then after being released, someone was saying, I don't really know a lot about the law in South Africa and also in Malawi, but I've been seeing someone who was giving this argument. He was giving this suggestion that it will be difficult for Prophet Shepherd Bushiri to be extradited back to South Africa, because he will still be having some issues or some stories, some some things that he has to answer. So they will be saying he has got some issues that we need to make sure that we finish with him here in Malawi. When you finish with him, you can then take him. So he was saying that might never even happen. So it's quite interesting when you are seeing some of these things. I'd like to hear what you guys think. Do you think it is the God of Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, God of Major One? Is it God who is helping him with this whole thing, or you think there's something that is being done, probably something fishy that is being done? I'd like to hear what you guys think about this one, and as usual, I'm gonna see you in the next video.